Every bite of processed food may feel convenient, tasty, and harmless. But behind the packaging lies a silent threat that could be reshaping your body from the inside out. Chemical additives that disrupt your hormones, hidden sugars that fuel diabetes, and salts that quietly raise your blood pressure. These dangers build slowly, until one day, the cost is undeniable. Studies from leading universities link processed foods to obesity, heart disease, cancer, and even premature aging. Yet millions still consume them daily, unaware of the risks. Today you'll uncover the shocking science of processed foods, and why avoiding them may be the single most important step to protect your health and your future. Welcome to Natural Health Secrets, where we reveal the truth behind nutrition, wellness, and long-term vitality. Today's video dives into one of the most overlooked threats of modern life: processed foods. On the surface, they promise convenience, but inside they hide chemicals, additives, and health risks that weaken your body, drain your energy, and steal your years. My mission today is simple: to show you why processed foods are so harmful, and how you can take back control with practical, natural choices. If health and longevity matter to you, hit subscribe and join our community. Together, we'll explore the hidden dangers that industries don't want you to see, and the solutions nature has always provided. When people hear processed foods, they often think only of fast food burgers or sugary snacks. The reality is much wider and much more concerning. Processed foods are anything altered from their natural state: packaged breads, cereals, frozen dinners, flavored yogurts, canned soups, soft drinks, and even healthy protein bars. The problem isn't just the processing itself, but what gets added: refined sugars, excess sodium, cheap oils, preservatives, artificial dyes, and flavor enhancers. These substances are not included to nourish you, but to extend shelf life, intensify flavor, and make you crave more. A controlled study from the National Institutes of Health put this into perspective. Two groups ate meals with identical calories, one from whole foods, the other from ultra-processed products. The result? The processed group consumed an extra 500 calories per day and gained weight within 2 weeks. They didn't feel hungrier. Their biology was simply tricked. This reveals the insidious truth: processed foods are engineered for addiction. They override natural hunger signals, flood your body with empty calories, and deprive you of real nutrition. Instead of vitamins, minerals, and fiber, you get chemical fillers that slowly erode health. From the outside, that snack or frozen meal may look harmless, but inside it's a cocktail designed for profit, not your survival. The danger of processed foods isn't always visible. The real damage begins after you swallow. Take refined sugar. It causes rapid spikes in blood glucose, forcing your pancreas to release large bursts of insulin. Repeated daily, this cycle creates insulin resistance, the foundation of type 2 diabetes. Additives and preservatives make matters worse. Sodium nitrites used in processed meats transform into nitrosamines, proven carcinogens. Artificial dyes, especially in sodas and candies, are linked to hyperactivity in children. Compounds like BHA and BHT, common preservatives, are flagged as possible carcinogens by health agencies worldwide. And then there are trans fats. Even in small amounts, they raise bad cholesterol, lower good cholesterol, and damage the lining of your arteries, a direct highway to heart disease. The most dangerous part? These effects are slow and silent. You don't eat a cookie and instantly get sick. Instead, the harm builds day by day, in your bloodstream, your liver, your arteries. By the time symptoms appear, chronic disease is already underway. Processed foods are not neutral. Every bite shifts your body away from balance, pushing you toward inflammation, metabolic dysfunction, and long-term illness. Processed foods don't just affect your waistline, they rewire your brain. Sugar, the star ingredient, suppresses BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein essential for memory and learning. Low BDNF is linked to depression and cognitive decline. No wonder brain fog often follows sugary binges. Artificial sweeteners, marketed as healthier, also carry risks. Studies in Nature show aspartame and sucralose alter the gut microbiome. Since gut and brain are directly connected, these changes can trigger anxiety, mood swings, and addictive cravings. Even worse, processed foods are engineered to be hyper-palatable, a perfect storm of sugar, salt, and fat that hijacks your dopamine system. The same neurotransmitter involved in drug addiction gets overstimulated, leaving you chasing the next hit. At first, this feels like pleasure, but over time, the brain adapts. Ordinary joys, walking outside, connecting with loved ones, feel dull compared to the engineered high of junk food. This traps millions in cycles of emotional eating, where stress, sadness, or boredom always end in another package or bag. Processed foods don't just shorten lifespan, they steal quality of life, draining mental clarity, emotional stability, and genuine joy. Your immune system is your body's shield, but processed foods weaken it from every angle. Refined sugar is the first culprit. Research from Loma Linda University shows that after consuming sugar, white blood cells lose up to 50% of their ability to fight bacteria for several hours. Imagine lowering your defenses every time you drink a soda. Processed meats add another layer of danger. Nitrates and nitrites cause chronic inflammation, the kind of fire that burns silently inside your body, exhausting your immune system until it fails. Unhealthy oils and trans fats fuel the release of inflammatory cytokines. Instead of protecting you, your immune cells begin attacking your own tissues, increasing the risk of autoimmune diseases. And then there's the gut, where 70% of immunity lives. Preservatives, emulsifiers, and artificial sweeteners disrupt the delicate balance of good bacteria. Without this balance, your immune system loses its stability, leaving you more vulnerable to infections, allergies, and long-term disease. In short, processed foods don't just weaken your body, they sabotage your natural defense system, leaving you exposed to the very illnesses your body was designed to fight. If this resonates with you, remember, protecting your health isn't about drastic changes, it's about small, consistent steps. And if you'd like to go deeper, I've left a special link in the description with resources and natural strategies you can start today. Don't wait until illness forces change. Take control now. Your health is your greatest asset, and every choice matters. Processed foods are linked to the most common killers: heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. High sodium and trans fats damage arteries, raising blood pressure and fueling cardiovascular disease. Constant sugar intake leads to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Processed meats are classified by the World Health Organization as Group 1 carcinogens, directly linked to colorectal cancer. But it doesn't stop there. These foods also accelerate aging. Refined sugars and cheap oils create free radicals, molecules that damage DNA and proteins. The result? Wrinkles, fatigue, joint pain, and faster cellular decline. Research in the Journal of Gerontology shows diets rich in processed foods shorten telomeres, the protective caps of your DNA. Shorter telomeres mean faster aging. Breaking free from processed foods is not about perfection, it's about awareness and better choices. Start with labels. If the ingredient list is long or unrecognizable, it's likely ultra-processed. Aim for foods with few natural ingredients. Swap daily habits, replace soda with sparkling water and lemon, cookies with fruit, packaged snacks with nuts. Prepare extra portions of whole meals and freeze them, so convenience works in your favor. Reset your palate. At first, real foods may taste bland compared to engineered flavors, but within weeks, your taste buds adjust. Build meals around whole foods, vegetables, legumes, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. Even cutting processed foods by half can transform your energy, immunity, and mood. It's not about restriction, it's about freedom. Freedom from addiction, from industries profiting on your health, and from a cycle designed to keep you weak. If you're struggling with fatigue, poor digestion, or constant colds, real food is the foundation. But sometimes your body needs extra support, especially in stressful times. That's where natural supplements made from concentrated herbs and superfoods come in. They don't replace healthy eating, but they help bridge the gap when life gets busy. If you're curious, I've left a trusted link in the description with resources you can explore. Think of it as giving your body the backup it needs in a world where processed foods are everywhere. We've exposed the hidden dangers of processed foods: empty calories, dangerous additives, weakened immunity, disrupted hormones, and the rise of chronic disease. They don't just threaten lifespan, they drain energy, clarity, and joy. But the solution is simpler than it seems. Start small. Swap one processed item for something whole each day. Drink more water. Cook simple meals. Retrain your palate to appreciate natural flavors. Over time, these choices add up, restoring strength, energy, and resilience. Remember, processed foods aren't just a diet issue, they're a health crisis. Every bite is either feeding disease or building health. The power is in your hands. And here's the cliffhanger. Even if you eliminate processed foods, there are hidden daily habits silently harming your health. Habits you may think are harmless. In our next video, I'll reveal the everyday routines that could be aging your body and weakening your immunity even faster than processed foods. Don't miss it. Subscribe now and let's keep building the strongest version of your health together.